Have you ever wondered what life was truly like for a medieval queen? Royal gowns, golden crowns, magnificent castles glowing beneath candlelight. History often paints their lives as perfect fairy tales, filled with luxury, beauty, and endless admiration. But was it really that perfect? Or was there another story hidden behind those castle walls? A story most people never hear? A life where freedom was painfully limited, yet responsibilities never ended. A life where every smile was carefully controlled, and where, despite wearing a crown, a queen often had little power over her own future. Imagine living in a world where your marriage was arranged for politics, not love. A world where every word, every movement, and every emotion was constantly watched. Where loneliness echoed through grand hallways, louder than any royal celebration. Because behind the beauty of silk gowns and jeweled crowns, there were sacrifices, silent tears, fear, pressure, and hearts that quietly broke beneath the weight of royal duty. In today's story, we are stepping beyond the fantasy, into the cold, stone castles, candlelit chambers, and hidden emotions of medieval royal life. You won't just see this world, you'll feel it. The silence, the loneliness, the truth of what it really meant to be a medieval queen. So stay with me until the very end, because this story may completely change the way you see history forever. The grand castle stood tall beneath the pale morning sky, its ancient stone walls glowing softly in the golden light of dawn. From the outside, it looked like a dream, a world of power, beauty, and endless luxury. But inside those towering walls lived a queen, whose heart carried a silent storm. Her name was Queen Alara. Every morning, long before the sun fully rose above the kingdom, Alara would awaken, not to peace, but to responsibility. The doors of her chamber would open quietly, and servants would enter with lowered eyes. Without a word, they dressed her in heavy gowns, layer upon layer of silk, velvet, and gold. Then came the crown, placed carefully upon her head, not merely as a symbol of power, but as a burden, a constant reminder that her life no longer belonged to her. She would walk through the endless castle corridors, her footsteps echoing softly against the cold stone floors. Torches flickered along the walls as servants and nobles bowed the moment she passed. "Your Majesty," "Your Grace." So many voices surrounded her every day, yet not a single one spoke to her as if she were simply human. At the royal court, the hours felt endless. Discussions of war, alliances, betrayal, politics, decisions that could save thousands of lives or destroy entire kingdoms forever. And through it all, Alara sat gracefully upon her throne, calm and elegant on the outside, while silently drowning inside. Because no one ever asked what she felt. No one wondered if the queen was lonely. And when night finally covered the castle in silence, Alara would stand beside her tall chamber window, gazing toward the distant village lights flickering beneath the dark sky. That world seemed so close, yet impossibly far away. A simple life, a warm home, people laughing freely beside candlelit tables, people loving openly, people choose their own future. A tear would sometimes escape down her cheek, not because she was weak, but because she was trapped. You see, Queen Alara had never married for love. She had been chosen, a political alliance, a promise between kingdoms. The day she became queen was the day her own dreams were quietly left behind, her wishes, her voice, her freedom, gone beneath the weight of a crown. One winter night, while wandering through the silent castle halls, Queen Alara noticed a poor servant family sitting beside a tiny fire, laughing peacefully together despite having almost nothing. Their clothes were worn, the room was cold, and the food was simple. Yet the warmth in their hearts felt richer than the entire royal palace. And in that quiet moment, something inside the queen quietly broke. Ilara suddenly realized that although the crown had given her power, luxury, and admiration, it had slowly stolen her peace, her freedom, and even her true self. For years, she had spent her life trying to become perfect for the kingdom, while forgetting the woman hidden beneath the crown. A tear slowly filled her eyes as she understood a painful truth. Some people spend their entire lives chasing crowns, only to discover they built a beautiful prison around their own soul.